to take care of some pies that I have had in my freezer since Thanksgiving. I have an apple pie, a lemon meringue pie, and a blueberry pie. So what we are going to do, we are going to add them into the mixer, mix them all up, and then we're going to fill these little trays and put them in the freeze dryer for pie bites. So let's get started. So we are first going to take the apple pie and we are going to break the crust off the edges. Just like so. Now that we've broken the edges off, we're just going to put the pie in. Grab the hook, put that in, and we're just gonna mix it just long enough that the pie shell gets broke down. So just like that. You see that? So just like that. And then we are going to take a spoon and we're going to spoon it in to each square. And kind of push it down into each square. Just like that. Okay, there you have it. There's one whole thing, and that'll just go in the freezer just like that, and I'll continue on with this one, and I'll bring you back when we do the lemon pie. So I have been collecting stuff in my freezer to run a load in the freeze dryer since Thanksgiving. So I think I've got enough now to run a complete load. So these right here are lemon meringue pie bites and apple pie bites, and if I remember right, cherry bites. I just need to make enough room, whoops, to get another load of the pie bites. So this is another load right here. So these are the cherry bites. And I just use these silicone molds and they just pop right out. Throw that back there in the sink. And then these ones are little squares. I'll just tip those over and they're just little bites. And these are good to have in your backpack when you're out hiking or in your diaper bag. Just good little treats to have around when you don't want a whole piece of pie. Like I said, these were just leftover pies from Thanksgiving, and I just put them in the KitchenAid and mixed them, probably a minute on low. And then you just line them up on your tray so you can get as many bites as you can. I think the lemon one, I was able to get the lemon pie and the apple pie all on the same tray. We'll just hurry and load those. Make sure there's room in between each one so they're not all quite touching. Might be able to get a row in the middle right there. Okay, we'll stick that one right there. And then this one I think is maybe some more of the lemon meringue. Yep, this one's more of the lemon meringue. So I didn't get all of the lemon meringue with the apple pie. This one's super sticky though. Have you ever had freeze-dried pie? It's super good. I think it's better than yogurt bites. And the nice thing about these silicone molds is they're super easy to wash. Okay, so that's all the bites. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, so now we've got all the, I think all 5 trays. So this is a pot roast with lemon peppers and brown gravy and some butter. This is the apple pie bites for tray number 2. This one, these are stuffing kits that I got the day after Thanksgiving for $1 at our local store. That means it's time to go pick up my little guy. It's got onions and celery, then it had some rosemary and sage in them. I thought those would be super nice to have. These little muffins are a serving size of pumpkin chili that we had. There is some more sage and rosemary to go with this stuffing kit right here. And then we have our last tray of cherry pie, lemon meringue pie, and a few apple bites. And now we're all ready. We're gonna go into the freeze dryer. So for my next run, we have some pumpkin pie sauce, some chicken pot pie, and then there's some more of the pumpkin chili in this right here to go in the next run. So take you down to the freeze dryer. Okay, so we have now started the cooling process, so it'll take 15 minutes to cool the chamber down, and then we will load it up. Okay, now that the freeze dryer has cooled for actually 20 minutes, we're gonna load in the pie bites. These are the apple bites. The meat or pot roast, and I had them stacked, so and I shouldn't have done that, but the stuffing kit, the other stuffing kit, and we're gonna have to take the soup out of the mold. Okay, so turn that around, and we'll just pop these right out of the silicone molds. That's the nice thing about the silicone molds, is they're so easy to get stuff out of. And again, this is the pumpkin chili. Okay. And in they go. And we will start them. Okay. I'll bring you back when they are all the way done. Okay guys, so yeah, these actually came due on Christmas Eve. I postponed them to Christmas Day, then I postponed them again to the 26th, and here we are on the 27th. But life happens. I should have paid attention to when they could have been done, and I didn't. And I ended up losing a tray because it fell off of my dryer downstairs, which was a tray of the stuffing kit, which was celery and onions and sage and I believe rosemary. But we have the apple pie, which is these little bites right here, and I did sneak a taste. They are delicious. So these will be added to trail mix kits when we go hunting or hiking. And you just eat them just like this, and they taste just like apple pie. So it doesn't want to work today. So all I did was I stuck the pies into the KitchenAid, mixed them up just a little bit so that there was crust and pie mix in all the bites, and then I put it on here in these 1-inch squares. And one pie did a sheet and a half of the silicone molds, which will give me just shy of half a gallon of apple bites. So there's the apple bites. And then I had a blueberry pie, and I had just enough to fill the other half of the tray of these, and then a little bit left, and so I did one of those, which is this little log right there. And then these are all blueberry bites, which again, I just dumped the pie into the KitchenAid, mixed it up just a little bit, and then filled the molds. So that's probably half a pie right there, or just over half a pie. So we'll put blueberry, and then I see that we still have a little bit of apple right here in the middle. So I'll put blueberry and apple in this jar to finish it off. So there's that jar. And then this one is lemon meringue, which is my favorite pie. And just break them up and fill your jar. And then this one kind of got smashed by the tray when I was putting it on. Get the cat out of here. Kaiser and his cat says hi. Okay, so there's that. I think we'll just break this piece up and we'll have a mixed jar of pies. Like I said, I used this mold and these two molds for the pies. Okay, and then we'll move on to the, so these are actually muffins, but I use them as molds. And this is a pumpkin chili, and we're just gonna put 3 in each one of these. Just like that. And I have some more jars, but they're drying. For the ones we didn't have jars for. So this is celery and onion stuffing kit. I got these right after Thanksgiving and threw them in the freezer so I could put them in the freeze dryer so that we could just grab this and grab a box of stuffing and either have stuffing or have stuff for a turkey. We'll just throw that in there, shake it down, and then this is dried sage and some dried rosemary. We'll just put that in there. And then again, this is the pumpkin chili. We'll add those right in there. Get rid of that. And then this is a pot roast, a pork pot roast. And this is what we'll take camping with this next year. And you just throw it in your pot at camp and heat it up. It's so good. So it's brown gravy packets, a jar of the yellow peppers, the yellow, what are they, peppercorn peppers, butter, and you just let it cook, and then shred it. Makes phenomenal sandwiches, or you can put it over mashed potatoes. It's so good so many ways. But it will be a nice treat when we're up camping. We'll just squish that down in there because you want to get as much as you can in a jar. Okay, so there's that jar. Let's get out another jar and we'll just Break it up in there. And when I reconstitute my stuff, I add just a little bit of water at a time. And I'll mix it till I think it looks good. I don't do the whole weigh and add that much water. I probably should, but it works for us. So I guess you could call me a little rebel on that, but so I don't know what happened.
What happened?
I don't know. So I don't know what happened, but my other camera decided it didn't want to record no more. I don't know. Anyhow, but we're just back to breaking up the pot roast into pieces so it'll fit in our jars. Hopefully I can get it in 2 jars. Okay. Finish that one. Okay, so there is all of the stuff in the jars. So we got 1 jar of stuffing, 2 jars of pot roast, 2.5 jars of pumpkin chili, a mixed jar of lemon meringue, apple, and blueberry pie, 1 jar of blueberry pie, 1 jar of lemon meringue, and almost a half gallon of apple pie. So now we are going to vacuum seal the jars. If I can get this open. Okay. Oh my gosh, these lids are sticking together. Okay. So there's all those, and those were the fur lids, and then we're going to use 4 jar lids for the regular mouth. Oops, I missed a wide mouth. Those in there, and I got this nifty little vacuum right around Halloween time, and I'll tell you what, I am super pleased with it. So it's just this little thing, you plug it into the wall to charge, but oh gosh. So this one is your regular mouth, and this part is your wide mouth. And you just put it on and turn it on, and it starts to count, and it pulls out all the air. And for the regular mouth, you just attach it back on and put it on your jar, push go, and you're ready to go. Now my lid's stuck.
Mom, you do stuff like every single day.
I do.
You get stuff stuck.
I do get stuff stuck. Life is life. Okay. So it's counting up to 40. I can hear it shaking the little pie pieces in there, sucking all the air out. Okay, so we're up to 60.
Does it have to get to 100?
I'm not sure if it was 100. I think it is 100. So I think it's 100 seconds that it takes to vacuum out the air. So I'll bring you back when I get all of these all sealed. Okay, now that we're just finishing up the jars, I have this cute little printer that I have printed out all the labels for everything that we have done, and this makes it so easy to know what's in the jars, and everybody can read it. Everybody will know what's in the jars. That one goes on that one jar that's being done. And then these will just go downstairs and be there when we need them. Okay. So here's the very last jar. And depending on the jar, they've taken anywhere from 60 to 80. Depending on the jar. And I forgot I need to make the pork roast ones. And so the app is just on my phone. We just turn the little printer on. Come in. I've already got my stuff on there. So we will just delete and put pork roast $1 million recipe. That way I know which recipe it was that I used for that pork roast, and then we'll just go ahead and connect it to my phone, because it did not. Oh, okay, it. Will you stop? It says my phone is too far from it, and they're literally touching. We'll go on Bluetooth. It says it's connected. So we'll come back. Go out. Is your printer on? Is your phone too far?
Maybe it's too close that I think it's too far away.
So I'm going to turn the printer off. Turn it back on. Okay. Well, once I get it connected again, we'll print it out and put it on the 2 pork roast jars, and then everything is done, and it'll go downstairs on the shelves for when we need it. The printer's super easy to run. I'll leave a description and a link to where you can buy it down below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.